Let's be real, love today feels like a game. Everyone's chasing attention, validation, or control. But true love, the kind that shakes your soul and anchors your spirit, that's rare. Most men don't even recognize it when it's standing right in front of them. Because real love isn't about what she says, it's about what she gives. And when a woman gives you these three things, she's not just interested, she's emotionally invested. She's letting you see the parts of her she doesn't show the world. But here's the truth. Most men confuse affection with attention, loyalty with fear, and love with convenience. They chase the thrill, not the depth. So today, we're cutting through the illusions. If she gives you these three things, you're not just her partner. You're the man her heart chose. A woman can be beautiful, confident, and strong. But when she's in love, she becomes soft in ways only the right man will ever see. Emotional vulnerability is not weakness, it's trust in its purest form. When she starts letting her guard down, when she shows you her fears, her doubts, her childhood wounds, that's not drama, that's intimacy. She's saying, I trust you with my rawness. Psychologically, vulnerability is the foundation of emotional bonding. According to attachment research, people only become emotionally transparent when they feel deeply safe. So when she opens up, not to impress you, not to manipulate you, but to connect with you, she's showing love in its most human form. She's letting you hold a part of her identity that she usually protects. But most men mishandle this. They shut down, tease, or get uncomfortable when she opens her heart. And when that happens, she learns to hide again. Real love dies where emotional safety disappears. So if she's trusting you enough to cry, to confess, to share her truth, protect that moment. Don't fix it. Don't rush it. Just see her. Because the day she gives you her vulnerability is the day she gives you her heart. It's not the gifts, the messages, or the affection that define love. It's her willingness to stand emotionally naked before you and still feel safe. That's not attraction. That's devotion. And if you ever find a woman brave enough to love you with that level of truth, never take it for granted. You know what's truly rare in today's world? A woman who loves you consistently, not just when it's convenient, not just when you're winning, but even when life feels messy, when she's tired, upset, or unsure, and she still chooses to show up the same way. That's emotional consistency, and it's one of the most powerful signs of real love you'll ever experience. See, anyone can love you in the sunshine, but real love is proven in the storm. When a woman's emotions mature, her love becomes steady, not loud, not performative, but grounded. She doesn't make you guess. She doesn't play cold just to test you. She doesn't give you love one day and silence the next. She's emotionally stable enough to stay when things get difficult. That's what separates a woman who wants attention from one who's ready for connection. Psychologically, this comes from emotional regulation, a skill built through self-awareness and secure attachment. When she's emotionally consistent, it means she's not ruled by impulse. Her love isn't reactive, it's responsive. She's learned to navigate her emotions without punishing you for them. That's not just love, that's emotional intelligence in action. And here's the beauty of it. Emotional consistency creates safety. It tells your nervous system, I can relax here. You don't have to perform. You don't have to guess. You can just be. And when a man feels that kind of peace, he doesn't crave anyone else's chaos. Because peace is addictive, especially when it's feminine, steady, and warm. But here's the truth most men miss. Consistency isn't built overnight. It's a reflection of how she sees you. When she feels emotionally secure with you, her love becomes stable. When she feels uncertain, her energy becomes unpredictable. So your leadership matters. Your calm, your patience, your honesty, they're the anchors that keep her love balanced. If she loves you the same when she's happy and when she's hurt, if she still shows up even when she's misunderstood, if she stays steady while the world tests both of you, that's not just affection, that's devotion. That's the kind of love that doesn't fade. It deepens. Love is easy when it costs nothing. But when she starts giving you her time, her comfort, her pride, when she makes sacrifices not out of pressure, but from choice. That's when you know it's real, because true love doesn't just feel good, it costs something. And when she's willing to give even when it's not easy, that's the language of devotion. See, we live in a generation that worships convenience. People want love that fits into their schedule, their ego, their plans. But a woman who truly loves you will bend her comfort to keep the connection alive. She'll stay up late just to listen when you're struggling. She'll forgive even when it hurts her pride. She'll choose peace over ego, presence over petness. That's not weakness. That's strength born from emotional depth. Psychologically, this is rooted in something called commitment investment theory. The idea that when someone truly values a relationship, they invest even when it's uncomfortable because the emotional reward outweighs the temporary pain. In simple terms, her willingness to put effort into you is proof of love's maturity. But don't confuse sacrifice with suffering. Real love doesn't drain, it gives. When she sacrifices, it's not about losing herself. It's about building you both. It's the small gestures that reveal the truth. The way she remembers what matters to you, the way she stands by you when others disappear, the way she stays patient when you're growing through your flaws. Most men only notice big sacrifices, but real love hides in quiet ones. In the way she defends you when you're not around. In the way she supports your dreams, even when they don't benefit her directly. In the way she chooses understanding instead of accusation. That's not ordinary love, that's intentional love. Love that has depth. Love that fights when it's easier to walk away. Because when a woman loves you like that, she's not just showing affection, she's building partnership. And when you recognize that effort, when you meet it with gratitude instead of entitlement, that's when her sacrifices turn into strength. Because a woman who feels appreciated for what she gives doesn't burn out, she blooms. Real love isn't polite. It's honest. A woman who truly loves you will not always tell you what you want to hear. She'll tell you what you need to hear. Because her goal isn't to protect your ego. It's to protect your growth. She respects you too much to let you stay the same. And that kind of truth, raw, uncomfortable, and real, is one of the deepest signs of love you'll ever receive. See, anyone can flatter you. Anyone can play sweet when things are easy. But the woman who looks you in the eye and says, "You're better than this," or "That hurt me," is giving you something far more valuable than comfort. She's giving you accountability. And accountability is love wearing the armor of truth. Psychologically, this stems from what relationship experts call secure attachment, the ability to confront conflict without fear of losing connection. When she's securely attached, she doesn't weaponize silence or manipulation. She communicates. She doesn't criticize to wound. She corrects to build. She doesn't argue to win. She speaks to understand. And here's what most men miss. When she's honest, she's not attacking you. She's inviting you into a deeper version of yourself. Because love that never challenges you will never change you. A woman's truth isn't rejection, it's reflection. It's her saying, "I believe in who you are enough to call out what you're not." But honesty only thrives where respect lives. She won't speak truth if you punish her for it. So when she opens up, when she risks saying what might upset you, pause and listen. That moment isn't confrontation. It's care. She's not fighting against you. She's fighting for you. A woman who lies to keep peace doesn't love you. She fears you. But a woman who tells the truth, even trembling, is showing courage that comes from deep emotional investment. So if she challenges you, if she holds you accountable, if she calls you higher, that's not conflict, that's commitment. Because love that's real doesn't aim to please, it aims to grow. And that's the kind of love that shapes kings out of men. There's a kind of woman who doesn't need to raise her voice to be powerful. Her presence alone calms your storms. Her silence isn't cold, it's grounding. When she loves you, your world doesn't feel louder, it feels clearer. That's emotional safety. And it's one of the truest, most sacred signs that her love is real. When a woman gives you peace, she's not giving up her strength. She's giving you her trust. She's telling you, you can rest here. And that's not something women give easily, because emotional safety isn't born from attraction. It's built through security. It means she feels safe enough to love you without fear of betrayal, to open her heart without expecting pain in return. Psychologically, this is rooted in co-regulation, a principle of emotional psychology that says our nervous systems sync with the people we feel secure around. That's why the right woman can make you feel calmer just by being near her. She doesn't drain your energy, she restores it. She's not chaos dressed as passion, she's peace dressed as power. You'll notice it in small things. How your breathing slows when she's beside you, how your stress softens when she listens without judgment, how her energy steadies yours when life feels heavy. That's not luck. That's the chemistry of emotional alignment. But don't mistake her peace for passivity. Peaceful women are not weak. They're healed. They've fought their battles, faced their pain, and learned that real love doesn't have to scream to be felt. And when she gives that peace to you, she's offering her most valuable gift, her emotional stability. If her presence makes you want to be gentler, calmer, and stronger, protect that woman, because the world will tempt you with excitement, with chaos, with temporary highs. But peace, real, soul deep peace, that's once in a lifetime. And when a woman gives you that kind of love, the kind that feels like exhaling after years of holding your breath, understand this. She's not just loving you, she's healing you. Let's be real. Love today is often confused with attention, control, or validation. But real love, the kind that endures storms and still feels like home, that kind of love is rare. And if you're lucky enough to find it, protect it, because it's not built overnight. It's grown through consistency, truth, sacrifice, and emotional safety. Men, stop chasing perfection and start valuing presence. Love the woman who chooses peace over drama, honesty over comfort, effort over excuses. Don't lose a real one because you were too busy chasing distractions that only feed your ego. A woman who gives you her vulnerability, her patience, her truth. She's not ordinary. She's your mirror. She's the reflection of your emotional maturity. If she loves you with depth, meet her there. Because her kind of love is a once-in-a-lifetime classroom and only real men graduate. And women, remember, love doesn't mean losing yourself. The right man will never ask you to shrink to fit his comfort zone. Your softness, your loyalty, your peace, they are your power. Never dim them for someone who hasn't yet learned what real intimacy feels like. Give your love to a man who values your effort, respects your emotions, and protects your heart like it's his own. Real love isn't about who makes your heart race. It's about who makes your soul rest. It's not about grand gestures. It's about daily choices. It's the look that says, I'm here. The silence that says, you're safe. The presence that says, we're in this together. So if you found that kind of love, nurture it. If you haven't, become it. Because love isn't luck. It's a reflection of what you're ready to give and what you're brave enough to receive. Protect peace. Lead with honesty. Give with heart. Because in the end, the greatest love story you'll ever live is the one you build with awareness, respect, and truth.